With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
You look at this Colt defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Seahawks at 11-2 now. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Get it. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check mash. Ready.
2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. The try. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Ready.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Isaiah Pacheco, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
Richardson. That's complete to Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2nd and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. And his throw here is incomplete. Derek Stingley on the covers there defensively. You talk about this Seahawk defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Come on. Ready.
Now Richardson. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Again, it's Richardson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Stretch.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Richardson going to move him around. Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in, touchdown, Sam. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, great.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? 60, 70 Lions. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Down the left sideline. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 44-yard line.
Come on. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. And 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Let's go now. Hey, check that.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. He's going to get this inside the 30. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Pacheco once again. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Deputy!
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now quickly here to Smith-Njigba. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with touchdown number on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
go! 77, Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That one finds Pierce right side. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lift at the end of that one.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Richardson going to change the play here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going up top for Taylor. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
60 Vikings. Check man. Go.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get it. Press all 80.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hold it ready.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. There he goes again. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Isaiah Pacheco as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Richardson looking to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Hey, Chad. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 tight in.
A final shot before the half. Richardson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Indy. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 9, Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the 1st.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one in the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Richardson working from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adonai Mitchell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They've sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll go to the keeper. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
Outright to Smith-Njigba. Still going inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw is Richardson. Throwing to start the drive. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
He's got his man, it's Pierce. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on second down. Richardson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready?
Back to the air with Richardson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 11 now.
Get it. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 11.
18 Cardinal. Third. Right there. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 8.
Come on. Set. Come next. 70 Lions. Ready.
Handoff now for Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, 54 yards. And the Seahawks stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they closing in on win number 12 of the season. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Richardson. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Richardson out of the shotgun. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, these stories about someone with their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Anytime your offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he is going to pick the Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Check, Panthers.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
A gift from Taylor running right side. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Come on.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
50-yard line.
Let's go.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and 12.
So the victory here for Seattle, and we talked so much about the turnover battle.